Downtown. My name is Courtney Wood. I'm the Economic Development Director for the Downtown Stockton Alliance, which is a 501c6 nonprofit, property-based business improvement district serving downtown Stockton. This webinar series is intended to connect our business owners, property owners, and visitors with the organizations, people, and resources who can help them address issues which are of top concern to them. Today, it's a special bonus episode of Talk to Downtown, and this is in honor of Stockton Small Business Week. We are drawing attention to our downtown retailers by hosting a retail business panel. So I have today 4 guests instead of 1 guest, and so I'm very excited to have them all here. We have FarOut Foliage, we have Martinez Tailor Shop, KTJ Design, and I'm very happy to have all 3 of them here today. We did have a 4th that had confirmed he may join us later on in the session. And if he does, that will be wall to wall. So thank you all for being here this morning. Hello, Nessi, Nacho, and Kathleen. Hi. The way that this webinar will work is I will have the entrepreneurs go ahead and introduce themselves and share a little bit about their business, how long they've been in downtown, and what they sell. And after that, I will go ahead and ask them a list of questions I've outlined for them. And at the end, we will open it up to the viewers to go ahead and ask your questions. But today it's all about downtown retail, exposing the lovely gems we have here of downtown retail businesses. With that, who would like to go first to share a little bit about your business? All right, Nessi.
Of course, it's me. Hi, my name is Nessi. I run FarOut Foliage in downtown. It's at 239 East Market Street, Stockton, California, of course. I've been there for about 8 months now. I transferred over from Weberstown Mall. Yeah.
Awesome. And what kind of plants do you specialize in?
We specialize in mostly exotic indoor houseplants. There is some that are for outside and some cacti, but for the most part, it's foliage for inside your house.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Nessi, for being here.
Of course. Right.
Yeah. Who'd like to go next?
I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm Kathleen Jennison, and I've been downtown for about 7 years. I'm looking at my notes, sorry. My business is KTJ Design Co., and I'm here at 404 North Harrison, which is just west of the ballpark. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Our vision or slogan is embracing a new life by design. And so I'm an interior designer. I do full service interior design. I also have a boutique furniture store, very small, but lots of samples. And so that's what we do.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kathleen. And now Nacho.
Hola, good morning. My name is Ignacio. They also know me by Nacho. That's really like everybody calls me Nacho, so I'm used to that. And I own Martinez Tailor Shop right here in downtown, 306 East Main Street, right in the corner, southeast corner of San Joaquin in Maine, Coro House Plaza, and that's where I'm at. I do all kinds of alterations. Also, I work in leather, and I've been here almost 17 years, right in the same spot.
Awesome. A long-time staple.
Yes.
Thank you. All right. Thank you so much, Nacho. And thanks you guys for giving us a nice kind of background of who you are, what your business is. And now let's dive right in. So my first question for the panel is, why did you decide to be an entrepreneur, and how has it changed your life?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I thought, I didn't know if we were going on the same order. Sorry.
Oh, no, you can all just
go
join
ahead.
in.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So the way that being an entrepreneur has changed my life is personally, I've definitely become a lot happier with just waking up every morning and just going head first into what I'm doing. I used to be a caregiver for 7 years. So I was always, I guess I could say I've always been a caring person. But for the most part, it was more for self-care, and it just slowly transitioned into, again, just caring for everybody else as well as myself. So it's been really rewarding.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you.
Okay,
How
yes,
about
now
you,
it's my turn.
Sorry.
So I became an entrepreneur because when I came out of design college in 2011, there were no jobs available for interior designers. We were in during a recession, and all the really talented designers were laid off. And I mean, I probably sent out 100 resumes from San Francisco to Sacramento, and there was just no jobs available. And interior design is a second career for me. I used to be a CPA, and I thought, I know how businesses run. I know how to start a business. I'm just going to start my own business. And so that's what I did. I started out with a home office, and have had clients ever since. And then after a few years of working at home, I realized that it wasn't that healthy for me, because I would work almost 24 hours a day, because I would run into my office. Oh, I'm just going to do a few things, and before I knew it would be midnight. So I thought I needed separation. So I moved into a downtown location. And I love being an entrepreneur. I mean, it's very challenging. Anybody that wants to do it, it's not for the faint of heart. It's very challenging. And sometimes it's very stressful, but as Nessi said, it's very rewarding as well. So
amazing. Thank you, Kathleen. And Nacho.
Okay, let's see how can start this. I was 6-year-old. This is in Mexico. And I used to work in a mechanic shop, doing errands and whatever a kid can do. And then my mom said that for me to go and learn tailoring. I didn't want to do it. I says, no, that's a women's job. That's what I say to my mom. I says, this is not what you want, but that's what I want. So I says, okay, well, that's what you want. That's what I'm gonna do. And I started learning when I was 6. Right around 11 or 12, I already knew how to cut pens, make them from scratch, any style pockets, anything about any pockets, any pens. It didn't matter. I didn't work that much in the jackets. It was a little more complicated, but I did learn jackets. And when I came for the first time to the United States, that was like when I was 13. That was one of my first jobs right here. It was right here in downtown in American in Main Street. With a store, clothing department store. It was Rosenthal's, but I used to work across the street from Rosenthal's, California Pens. That was the name of the store.
Oh, wow.
And I was doing hemmings right there, just cutting regular pens and doing hemmings. That's all I did. At that time, I started as a kid, that I was 13 years old. I started thinking about my mom and saying, by that time, my mom passed away already. And I started realizing that what she did for me, it was like, a blessing. I said, you're gonna learn this trade, whatever it takes. And I did. And now I'm right here in my shop. I worked for Nordstrom's for 12 years. and I worked for dealers for maybe 3 years, dealers right here in downtown. Then I started decided to open my own business. Now, I do for most of the courthouse people, judges, DAs, public defenders, police officers, you name it, I'll do them all. I try to do my homework to be the cleanest guy that I can be. In my experience as a tailor.
Wow. So you've, it's been a long way to be an entrepreneur, but you've had this skill since you were very young. That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome. So I loved hearing all of your stories from all three of you. Now my next question is, and Kathleen kind of touched on it a little bit about why you needed a place outside of the home to conduct the business. But now my question is, what motivated each of you to bring your business to downtown specifically? And what makes you excited to continue doing business here?
What motivated me to bring the business downtown was definitely the people, the followers, a lot of the people that I met. But aside from that, I thought it was a great opportunity to be part of the whole movement. I started looking into our history and just decided that I wanted to be part of the 2016 movement to restore downtown. And it was really quite simple because nobody seemed to have gotten into that yet. I noticed there was very few businesses and very many opportunities in this area. So why not be part of like the whole movement? That was my biggest reason. I'm really excited to watch the city grow. I'm really excited to see people grow and the shops grow. Everybody's so friendly. It's so easy to be part of this circle. And I'm super grateful. I know that this is it's gonna be like a boom. And all of a sudden everything's gonna be running. And I think people should really take advantage of what's going on right now with the slow, there's so many spots being open. So there's a lot of leasing also. There's so much potential and I'm really to watch it grow.
Amazing. And are you from Stockton originally, Nessi?
I was born and raised in LA, Torrance. And so we moved out here when I was probably about 9 for job opportunity for my dad. And so I've been here 20 years now. So I guess I would say I was raised here. So all I know basically is Stockton. I've made my whole life here.
So it's like home and you're helping to revitalize the downtown. Awesome. Yes. Okay. And how about Kathleen or Nacho?
Well, I kind of a little bit how Nessi feels. I feel the downtown is just has so much potential, and the idea of going to a strip mall just was not appealing to me. There's so many unique and beautiful buildings downtown, be it maybe they're run down, but there's so much potential to make it great. So the building that I'm in now used to be a candy factory. It's been vacant for 20 years. And so I got really cheap rent, really cheap. And I fixed it up and people come in and they're just like, wow, this is so cool. And, you know, I just think that being downtown is cool. It's really cool to be downtown. And I wish that more people would embrace it and put their businesses down here instead of putting it in a strip mall, because it is just very unique. And a lot of times people sometimes will say, oh, I can't go there, it's too dangerous. And I'm like, it's not dangerous at all. Not at all. I mean, yeah, there's some homeless people, but they never bother you and they're not dangerous. They're just homeless people, and you just say hi and they move on and you do your thing and everything's fine. And yeah, it's just so much potential. I moved to Stockton 27 years ago. My husband was born and raised here, and he wanted to move back to Stockton, and I was like, no way am I doing that. But we found us a really beautiful house. So I moved to Stockton, and just as I got to know Stockton, and I would come downtown and I'd be like, oh my God, there's so much potential. This could be so awesome, because I had come from cities like San Francisco and San Antonio, Texas, where they have the river walk. And I'm just like, this could be so great. And I sincerely hope that the momentum that has been slowly building, it has been a little slow, but it has been slowly building, will take off. And being right here by the baseball park, I can't wait for them to have their first game next week, so that I'll start getting the street traffic again. It's been a little slow the last year, as we all know, but yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. And I do love being down here.
Amazing. So you're also breathing new life into an old building.
Yeah, it's really
that's
fun. It's something that I'd always wanted to do. And so when my husband found this building, I was like, oh, it's pretty rough, but it's been great.
Awesome. And Nacho, I muted you just because I heard some background conversations, but can you unmute yourself? Let's see. Oh, I think you're still muted. Let's see. Do you see the little like microphone button? Okay. Let's see. I have an idea. If you want to, oh, there you are. You got it.
Okay.
You got it.
Yeah.
So what brought you to downtown? What made you decide to open up your business in downtown?
Okay. So I used to do, for a little while, I used to do real estate. And I used to buy houses and sell them up, flip them up, fix them and sell them, a little bit of construction. And then with with all that crash in 2007, 2008, that's when I decided to open my shop. And I said, well, we'll be the best place, and it will be well downtown, this, people. Right away, I thought about the courthouse, because that's the people that needs, suits and everything, alterations to. So that's, I thought about the courthouse people that, that traffic, that foot traffic. And I found this place right here, and I've been here since then, 17 years ago. And I'm happy right here. Everybody, I got my clientele, and I mean, how can I say, feel blessed that people likes me, and that they like the way I do things, the way I work. And I'm happy right here in downtown, very happy.
Awesome. And Nacho also shared with me that he's like in his shop right now. So if someone walks in like a customer, then he needs to help them. And don't worry, I totally understand.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned yesterday. They're not like,
he was like, it's all in me. So don't worry. Awesome. Okay.
I am the sweeper. I'm the one that cleans right here. I'm the manager. I'm the owner. I'm the employee. I'm everything right here.
Wearing all the hats. Okay, so my next question is, what do you guys think are the biggest opportunities and the biggest challenges facing downtown, in your opinion?
I think the biggest challenges downtown is changing the idea that it's a dangerous place. It's kind of something that you have to see for yourself. So I think that would be a challenge, because it keeps people away. It keeps us, it's the fear. It's the fear, and nobody likes to be scared. So I think that's one of the misfortunes of being in the downtown area. I think that in contrast, it's going to be such a big, it's going to blow up to be such a big, beautiful thing one day. And unfortunately, it's going to take a lot of loss in people. Some people might gain, some people might lose the opportunities. But overall, I think that it's all up to us, to the people. If, you know, we want to listen and take the advice, and like Kathleen mentioned, do local shopping. And I think even just a little bit of local shopping, hanging around the area, will give you a sense of security, really.
Definitely. You can get to know, you know, the other shop owners. You can come visit downtown. And if you know people, it feels like a community, you know, and it's no reason to be scared.
Yeah, and the pedestrians are, like Kathleen mentioned, also, they're not threatening. You stay in your lane and they stay in their lane. There's no reason, you know, I was utterly shocked when I was just working on the shop, and I would be in my space till 3 a.m. sometimes, just getting everything ready for when I was okay to open after the pandemic. And it would be so dead empty downtown. I would imagine that nighttime would bring out a lot more of the chaos in the area, but honestly, it's really during the daytime when you see them most. There's not very many. There's usually, within the area that you're at, there's regulars. So there's people on my other side of the block who have regulars that I never get on my side of the block. It's like they stay within their perimeter. It's kind of strange. But yeah, it's a safe place, really. I think that the city has made it a safe place with all of the regulations that they've put down, and they have the cyclist police going, and the downtown, there's even the meter guy gives a sense of security in that area.
Thank you.
Well, I think Stockton has such a rich history, and the downtown has such great architecture. It's these gems that are just waiting to be polished. And so I think for people to embrace that would be really, really great. It's right now it looks kind of rough, but there is so much great architecture and history, and the culture in Stockton is so, the breadth of the different cultures in Stockton is so wonderful. And that there's a lot of that in the downtown. There's little pockets of different areas of the different cultures, and it's fabulous if people would just see that it's there. And so I would hope, you know, that the city planners would recognize that if they don't allow more strip malls, will force more businesses to come to the downtown. And another challenge is the parking, because it's so easy to just drive into a huge strip mall parking lot and find a parking space. Sometimes it's a little challenging to find parking downtown, and so you have to be a little bit more creative. But you know, I come from living in cities, big cities like San Francisco and Sacramento, in the downtown areas, and you just have to learn to understand it. And like Nessi said, it's for people to shop local. It's so important for them to seek out all these little cute stores that are downtown, and restaurants. There's a lot of really great restaurants that are just hidden in all these little places. And so if I think that the Downtown Alliance does a really great job of promoting that, but I would like to see more of that happen.
Great points. Thank you.
As mentioned, oh, sorry to cut you off.
No, keep going. Yeah, it's discussion is perfect.
I have noticed, and I've been told by people that have visited me, that the parking is a challenge and they had to park way over on the other side. And so they've had the opportunity to walk to my business and run into other businesses. Wouldn't expect anybody to know are there, and they'll walk in and they'll say, oh my God, there's cutest antique shop down the street here. Did you know it was there? And I'm like, yeah, you know, it's this and this guy, he owns it. And so they're extremely interested in what is going on downtown. It's just the idea of initiating that involvement. But yeah, I think the parking thing, like Kathleen mentioned, I think it can be a pro and a con.
Great point. And Nacho, how about you? What kind of like opportunities or challenges do you see for downtown?
Well, first of all, I want to say I love Stockton. I've been here most of my life since I came from Mexico. And when they built the cinemas, it's, to me, if they gonna build something big like that in downtown, it's not for 4 months or for 3 years, that's gonna be forever. Now they build the new courthouse. They didn't build it for a couple of years, they built it forever. And what I'm saying right now is that they bring it back to a Stockton to life. And it's not gonna take that long to be downtown the greatest as it was before. Because I remember, I don't wanna say my age right here, but I remember the Fox Theater. Well, it used to be Fox Theater, now it's the Bob Theater. I used to go to the movies right there. I was little. When I first came, I used to go to and then with the Chase building, I don't know, whatever is familiar, the brown building right here in California in Main Street with Sutter. There was another cinema right there, another theater. Was to show Mexican movies, Spanish movies, and I used to go there. I remember eating hot dogs right there with jalapenos and all that. So I just want to mention that. I've been here. I love Stockton. I'm going to repeat myself. I love Stockton, and being dangerous or not, it just depends what places do you go to. And right here downtown is not. Wherever you go, it's going to be kind of like the bad side, and you see what happened a couple of years ago in the mall. Supposed to be secure, is not. Nothing is secure. It's just you live your life the best that you can live it. And I don't want to mention God right here, but I believe in God a lot. So that's my point. Stockton downtown Stockton is gonna be the greatest soon enough.
I think we all hope so. Yes, we're on the way. We're all doing our part to try to make it come even better.
I don't know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No.
I seen this project. I drive every day over here, of course, and I seen all these projects right here in Miner, and I mean, it's just like they're doing a lot of stuff right here, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be nice. It's gonna be very nice.
Yes.
Not too long from now.
Just a couple years, and we're almost there.
Yes.
Okay, so what I would like to ask now is, I'm curious about how the pandemic has affected your businesses. So can you tell us, how has COVID-19 affected your particular business? Have you had to pivot in response? And were you able to access any of the relief programs?
COVID-19 made a little bit of an impact for me. I won't say very much because I wasn't opened yet. So like I mentioned, I was at Weberstown Mall, and when I decided I wanted to expand, that was in December of 2019. So leaving that into January, February, I told myself I was going to take a 1-month period to kind of just sit down and think more about it and just really kind of relax. Being at the mall was crazy. No regrets, but it was a lot of work there. But I took those 2 months, I took that month. And so the second month, February, it was time for me to start looking for places. I had decided it was something I did want to do. I did want to expand. So looking for places, and of course that can also be a little challenging at times. And during this time, it was starting to, COVID-19 was starting to become a thing. It wasn't as serious yet, but it was definitely starting to put people into a little panic. Everyone was buying toilet paper. Everyone was sick. So like, at that when you like, I remember thinking, if there's no toilet paper on the shelf, like I'm like, this might be a little serious, you know, like why is, you know, like we're running out of supplies here. So during that time, I wasn't open. My shop wasn't opened. It wasn't running. Nobody knew about it. Well, some people did know about it, but those were my followers from the mall who were ready to do anything and everything they could to stay out of their house because it was already starting to lock down. So they, you know, they were looking for me. And so I did do a few posts on social media and mention that, you know, whatever was going on with the pandemic, I wasn't going to be opened. And if they did want something, I tried to be steady about putting things on my social media, on my Instagram and my Facebook. I try to keep them posted and try to add new things as much as I could, just so I wasn't forgotten. Well, I wasn't forgotten. And so I did happen to pay a little rent during the pandemic. Not making any income can kind of took a little toll on me because I'm giving and not getting. So there was a month there when I'm not sure if this was all of the leasing in the downtown area, but the building where I'm at, I'm right behind the Bob Hope. And our landlord made it clear that he understood the situation and he realized how hard it was on us business owners in that area. So he cut down our rent to, half the rent. And like Kathleen mentioned, it's dirt cheap, you know, so like that cut down was definitely a big help. It was even cheaper. So I started to open up around April. No, I'm lying. It was April. Yeah, around April. And it was very slow. I was definitely super content and grateful that I was able to open. It's a small place. So of course I had regulations up. People had to wear masks. There was only 2 people allowed in my shop at the one time because it's so small. It's like, it's the size of a master bedroom.
Oh, wow.
So it was affecting when I opened that first month, 2 months, and then it just started to pick up steadily after that. But I can't say I lost very much, thankfully. But if I was open, I think it would have definitely impacted my income, and just overall, my business would have definitely suffered.
That's amazing that the landowner was so understanding.
Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that.
Yeah, it really came to a surprise. A lot of the time because they're losing money as well. We're all losing. So I thought that for them to be kind enough to understand our situation. I think that really told a lot about the people that I'm leasing off of. I definitely respect them. I always have, but it just gives you a sense of empathy. It just, you know, I'm happy to be where I am, and I'm super happy to pay him his rent, you know? So he's a good person, or she, whoever it is.
That's amazing. Thank you. Thank you for sharing with us your journey through the pandemic. Kathleen or Nacho, how has your experience been?
Well, I was planning to, I had planned an open house for March 24th, and I had live music. I had a chef that was going to do some cooking lessons, all the decorations. I had 108 RSVPs. It was
Wow.
scheduled. It was scheduled for March 24th, and on March 19th we got the stay-at-home order. So prior to March 19th, I knew it was coming. I'd already canceled everything, but that was pretty disappointing because it was going to be a really, really fun open house. So of course, me and my staff, we packed up our stuff and went home. Luckily, everything we work on is cloud-based, so we still had clients that we had to work on. So, but we just took all our work home, and but then after a couple of months, there's just 3 of us that were in here, and we're like, okay, we've been quarantined for 60 days now. None of us are sick. Let's just go back to work. And so we came back to work, and then with all the people staying home, a lot of people were noticing like, oh, my couch is really uncomfortable. I need a new house. And so they were, or a new couch. And so they were calling me like, yeah, I think by appointment, if we all wear masks and wash our hands and stay distance, I think it'd be fine if you came to the store and looked at the furniture. So I actually sold out everything that I had on the showroom floor. And then
Whoa.
other people were then at that time, like, realizing they needed to remodel their kitchen or they needed to remodel their bathroom because they were home, and they're like, this kitchen is horrible, or I've been wanting to do it, but I really been too busy. But now that I'm looking at it, I can't stand it. So
Now that I'm in it 24/7.
yeah, so we did a lot of Zoom conference calls, and actually 2020 was my best year, believe it or
Wow.
not. Yeah, so it was pretty amazing. And now this year is still, it's like going crazy. Like we are so busy. So so the pandemic, I don't want to say it was good for my business, because it wasn't, but it wasn't good for anybody, but it didn't slow us down. And of course we don't have the traffic to the store like we used to, but you know, we're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Congratulations on your best year yet.
I know.
Thank you, Kathleen. All right, and Nacho, how has the pandemic affected your business?
It did like 3 months, three and a half months. You know, I used to get 1 customer a day or so. You know, not too much, but you know, I managed to survive, and I'm right here hanging in there, like I say, like a tiger.
You're fierce. I love it.
So yeah, so I'm okay. I'm busy right now, and thank God, you know, it's just enough. As long as I get enough for my bills, you know, to pay my bills, you know, I'm happy. I'm happy with it. Thank God.
Okay. Well, thank you. And I'm glad to hear that you guys all have a positive outlook for, you know, what's continuing to happen and with the recovery. Since we are entering recovery, do you have any kind of goals that you guys have set for yourselves in the next year for your business? Anything that you could share for your recovery goals?
My goals have always really been the same. So I have the plant shop now, but I'm moving into interior scaping. So
cool.
Yeah, so that's always been my goal. And with gaining popularity and making friends, I find that it's slowly just happening that way while I run the shop. And I mean, I'm just, sometimes I think about it, and I remember thinking how difficult it was going to be to have people like me. and just, like I mentioned earlier, everyone's so friendly and everyone wants to do something different. Everyone wants change. So people are open to anything, really. This is the year where people are just ready to change. They are ready to start fresh. So it's my goal is slowly happening. I do want to start helping out around the city as well. I noticed there's way too many empty containers without any plants in them. So I think that, filling those in would definitely help our city make it a little more visually appealing. So I also, naturally, I think about the fact that we might have pedestrians that are not very nice to our city and, just like to go around and do things that, chaos. So I constantly think about the kind of plants that I would add into the city. And I'm thinking cactuses. So it's, I'm thinking cactuses would definitely be a threat to them. But yeah, that's one of my goals on top of my list right now is really getting connected with the city and, trying to make a difference in that way. And maybe that, just itself will start bringing people out downtown and they want to see the cactuses and they want to take pictures around the cactuses, and plants are the biggest thing now. Who doesn't want to have a cool picture? So
True.
who doesn't want clout? So that's my goal, and I'm very lucky to say that it's slowly happening for me.
That's awesome. Awesome. And Nacho, how about you? Do you have any special goals for your business this year?
No, I just continue my efforts to grow up a little more. Like I said, thank God I have a nice clientele. They follow me. Right now I'm open only 9 to 2. But it's because I just want to take it easy right now. Not because anything else. I want to just take it easy. I do work for an attorney also. And so later on in the road, I'll be open my regular hours. Maybe by July, I'll be open 9 to 4, somewhere around there. And just keep on putting my heart and my experience doing the alterations for my clientele, making them happy, because if they're happy, I am happy.
Excellent. And
Yes.
Kathleen?
Well, Nessi, you and I definitely have to get together because I always need plants for my projects. So we will definitely have to connect. But I think my goals, well, one of my big goals is to have that open house that got canceled. But I want to do it when people don't have to wear masks anymore. So that might not happen until next year. And then I'm looking to hire a couple people because I am growing and I need some help because I can't do it all. So looking to do that. And I know it's hard for people. A lot of businesses are looking for employees or trying to hire people and they're having a hard time. So see how that goes. But yeah, that's my goal, is just to keep on keeping on.
Great.
Lean on that. Have
Go
plans.
ahead.
Hosting some little plant classes.
Yeah.
Potting classes, something along those lines. But like she mentioned, I want to do that without the masks. I find it's a little inconvenient, unfortunately. So that's probably gonna have to be for a while now as well. I might change my mind, I might not, but Kathleen, girl, I'm down to work with you whenever you need me.
I'm definitely gonna reach out to you soon.
Awesome. I love the connection. Okay, so my next question is, I only have a few more questions. My next question is, what makes your business unique? You know, like what makes your business stand out from maybe similar businesses? And how can the community support your business? So like, how are you unique? How can the community support you?
I find that I'm unique in this. I'm the only plant shop that has a setting, a retail store. I'm the only one, sorry. I'm the only one that runs a plant shop. I do notice a lot of people now are running little plant businesses out of their homes. And so they have a lot of luck. They're also, I mean, all of us plant people have very good luck. We are very good with referring each other. If, you know, they're looking for something I don't have, I'm always happy to send them elsewhere. So it's amazing, really. It's, I can't wait. I really can't wait.
Okay. And if, let's say, like, what's your best-selling plant, your most popular plant?
My most popular are, it's depends on the person, really. So there's the collectors, they're like in levels. So there's like the collectors, the like they're in the middle, they're getting better, and then there's the beginners down here. So I get all types of them all the time. So I can't really say there's one well, I guess I would say, if I had to, the fiddle leaf ficus is everyone's want plant. Of course, you see it in every commercial, it's everywhere, it's beautiful. And that's one of the plants that I find is everybody's, it's on everybody's wish list. But besides that, it's a variety of people, really. The beginners, the middle guys, and the advanced. It just varies. So I have a little bit of everything for my kind of peoples.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's been awesome. And he purchases plants, which I thank you very much for that. And he does very well with them, takes very good care.
You like it, right? I'm gonna show it to you real quick.
There's one.
There you go. Oh my gosh, perfect. I love the community.
Whenever I get.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very.
Okay, so how about Kathleen or Nacho? What makes your business unique, and how can the community support you guys?
Well, I do interior design, so and then I have the boutique furniture store. And I think people think because I'm an interior designer that my furniture is going to be really expensive, but it's not. It is a little bit more than, say, Ashley Furniture or R.C. Willie, but it's not really expensive, and it's really good quality because it's things that I've handpicked from my trade resources. So the things that you'll find in my store, you're not going to find anywhere else. So, you know, people aren't going to come to your house and go, oh, you got a Pottery Barn sofa. No, you're not. They're not going to say that because everything that is made to order or custom. But when I say that, that doesn't mean that it's expensive, because it's not. Sandra hates it when I say, she says, when you tell people it's handmade or custom, they're just gonna think it's thousands and thousands of dollars. And they do think that, but it's not true. So that's what makes it unique. So And the way people can support me is just come to my shop. I mean, it's just come in and we'll serve you some iced tea, and you can look around, and if there's something you can't find, we can get it for you. If there's something in particular that you're looking for, or if you just need help with your whole house, we help a lot of people remodel their kitchens and their bathrooms, or furnish their whole house. So that's how people can support us, is just come and say hi. We have, if you come in and you do a Facebook check-in, you get to pick a pillow to take home. So
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Nice little bonus.
yeah.
All right. Thanks, Kathleen. And Nacho, what makes your business unique, and how can the community?
Well, it's unique because people doesn't, or persons, I would say persons, and they don't want to learn this trade anymore, and everybody needs alterations to be done. Either some they do in their homes, some they bring them over here to me, and because there's not many tailors, that makes my trade unique. And I'm right here waiting for my clients every day, Monday to Friday.
You're ready for that. Awesome. Okay. So I just have maybe 2 or 3 more questions. I would like to ask, do you have any last thoughts about downtown, or anything that you think is important for people watching to know about downtown, or about your business in particular? Is there any last thoughts you'd like to share, or opinions?
I would like to chime in on what Kathleen mentioned about furniture and people insinuating that it's expensive because it's custom. Personally, I feel it's best to invest in something that is unique and good quality than have to continuously invest in something that's like compressed wood, for example. I find that you spend a lot more money buying the cheaper stuff, but in the long run, we don't realize that it's getting a little expensive. Eventually it gets expensive, where I have a piece that's just a solid, and you can have for years, generations maybe. Yeah, we need to change that mentality and really invest in some good stuff, people.
Yeah.
Make it worth the penny.
Quality.
Quality, quantity. Sure.
Well said.
Any other thoughts? Okay. If not, I have 2 last questions. The last one is, how can people get in touch with you if they do want to learn more about your business? They heard about it, they now want to purchase. They're like, oh my gosh, that sounds awesome. I need my suit tailored. I need to get my house designed. I would love to spice it up with beautiful green plants. How can people get in touch with you?
I have, so I mentioned the shop is located at 239 East Market Street. It is a one-way street, so just be prepared for that. I have my social media. You can find me on Instagram under FarOut Foliage. You can find me on Facebook under FarOut Foliage. My phone number is 209-313-1133 or 209-684-6750. If you can't get a hold of one, please call the other. And you can also find me in this Downtown Stockton business page. If you're having trouble looking for the name or it coming up, sometimes I see people have a little trouble. You can go under the Downtown Stockton Instagram page and you will find me in there. In their followers, I follow them. Also, they might have pictures of me tagged there. If you see a picture of a plant, I'm probably tagged on it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. And word of mouth.
Spread the word.
Spread the word.
There's a plant shop in downtown.
Yeah. I was just looking at your Instagram, FarOut Foliage, and you do have some beautiful plants. So
Thank you so much.
I do follow you, so.
Yeah, I follow already, so it's very nice to see a face to put the full interior things that you have going on. I definitely love your whole style that you do, and just overall work. It just looks amazingly clean and beautiful. It's totally my type of environment.
Thank you.
I will say my Instagram, I want to say that it's not as full as I think it should be. I kind of struggle with posting in my grid. I do a lot of stories. I have stories going almost every day, but forgive me for the grid. I know it comes off as me not being very active, but I'm active in one part of Instagram, and then the other one's kind of falling behind. So I'm always reading messages, comments. If the longest I might take is a day to respond to a message, and that might be over the weekend that I have off. I am opened Monday through Friday from 11 to 5. Today it's going to be 12:30, maybe 1, because we're here. Hello.
Thank you.
Hello.
And over the weekend, we are open 7 days a week. So over the weekend, you can find my employee, Lo. She's very awesome and very knowledgeable. She is there from 12 to 4 on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Or you can find me there. We alternate. So either or, you'll get some good service there.
Awesome. Lots of ways to get in touch with you and see what's going on with FarOut Foliage. Perfect. Thank you, Nessi. And Kathleen and Nacho.
So I'm on located at 404 North Harrison Street, and there's plenty of parking. So come on by. I'm on Instagram under Kathleen Jennison, Facebook Kathleen Jennison. My website is kathleenjennison.com. I do suggest you call ahead because sometimes we're out on consultations, but generally we're here. And so yeah, just come on by and check us out. Just say hi. We'll make you a glass of iced tea.
I will be doing that.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks, Kathleen. And Nacho, how can we get in touch with you if we need some alterations?
Okay. I'm my phone number is 209-470-5347. And the address is 306 East Main Street. I'm right straight across from the old Bank of Stockton, right? And San Joaquin and Main Street, right in southeast corner.
Perfect. Okay, so my very last question is, what is your favorite downtown lunch spot? This is just a fun question. Tell us. Any favorites? Favorite items?
I love cast iron. I don't think they're open for lunch very much, but this is kind of a dinner per se. They have the best. Can you see how much I'm smiling? I'm just they make it so good, just beautifully put together, and they taste just as beautiful as they look. So I recommend going to the cast iron. I think it's on San Joaquin Street. No, San Joaquin Street. And they have outdoor dining right now, which is super awesome. Live music. It's such a good ambiance there. I strongly recommend those fish tacos and a sour. They have good drinks there.
Yeah, cast iron is awesome.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Knock, knock.
How about you, Kathleen?
That's
I
semi,
also
yeah.
like cast iron, but I go to Impresso Coffee Shop by the movie theater because it's really close to me and I could just call ahead, and I love their salads and their deli sandwiches, and their prices are really good. So that's usually where my go-to place if I'm in a hurry.
Yes, I love Impresso. Love it. And Nacho, how about you?
Well,
Lunch
I visit all business, all of it. Wherever I feel like alfalfa, so I go and get a piece of pizza, or I go to the taco truck right here by the police station. I mean, you name it, I do it all.
You're
Yeah.
spreading the love.
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome.
I'm gonna
Okay.
have to say goodbye. I got a couple
Yes.
of customers right now, so please forgive me for that. I apologize, but they're waiting for me right here.
Of course. Yes. Thank you so much for being a part of the panel.
Nice,
Thank you so much.
nice meeting you all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye, Nani.
Bye bye.
All right. Okay.
And with,
All right.
yeah. Have a
You guys
good
have
day.
a good day. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
And with that, I know that I don't see that there are any questions from the viewers right now. So I would like to just tell everyone that this video is going to be uploaded to our YouTube channel, which is Downtown Stockton. And if you're watching this live on Facebook, you've already found us on Facebook, but we also have Instagram, which is at Downtown Stockton, and Twitter at Downtown STKN. And I would like to thank our awesome panelists, our downtown businesses, for talking about what all the great things that they're doing. And we love that you're here, and let us know, however we can support you, just reach out to us. We're happy to have you. And I really appreciate your time today. Thank you so much, Nessi, and thank you so much, Kathleen. It's been awesome getting to know you, getting to know more about your businesses. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
All right. And with that, have a great day downtown.
You too. Bye.